Congratulations, Edmonton Tales. What an achievement. 40 years of storytelling, 40 years of pleasing and entertaining thousands and thousands of people. Today, I have chosen a story that I first learned to tell when I first started to tell stories, but my years is only half of yours. And I would also like to thank Kathy Jessup for inviting me to join this wonderful group of storytellers that she has so wisely selected. Mine is about Harvey. Harvey, the poor and foolish pig. Harvey was so poor, he didn't even own a shirt. His pants were all tattered and frayed at the hem. And one day he woke up and he decided that he was tired of being poor and foolish. He decided he was going to go to the king of the forest and ask him what he could do so he wouldn't be poor and foolish anymore. And he started out very lackadaisical, laissez-faire, just a jovial little Harvey the pig. But all of a sudden, he came on the side of the road where there was a great big boulder. And on top of the boulder stood Mr. Fox. And Mr. Fox spotted Harvey. And he leaned down and he said, "Harvey, where are you going this morning?" And Harvey looked up at the fox and he said, "I'm going to the king of the forest today, and I'm going to find out from him what I could do so I won't be poor and foolish anymore. I am." And Fox said, "Well, Harvey, um, would you ask the king what I can do so I won't be so hungry all the time? I'm always hungry. Would you ask him that?" And Harvey said, "If I can remember, only if I can remember." And off he went. So he skipped and he hopped and he smelled the flowers and he enjoyed the sunny day. And all of a sudden, he came to a beautiful, beautiful big mansion. It was opulent. It was so lovely. And the gardens and the flowers were so lovely, but he didn't pay that much attention to it. But on the lawn of this mansion was a girl pig, all dressed up, beautiful jewelry, lovely clothes. But she was crying. She was crying, and she spotted Harvey between her tears. She did. And so she called to him, "Harvey, Harvey, can you stop for a minute?" "What?" "Harvey, where are you going this morning? Where are you going?" "Well, I'm going to see the king of the forest. I'm going to ask him what I can do so I won't be poor and foolish anymore. I am." "Oh, Harvey, could you do me a favor and could you ask the king what I should do so I won't be so lonely anymore? I have all the riches, I'm so much money and wealth and a beautiful house, but I'm alone. I'd like to share my life with someone. Could you ask him what I can do so I won't be lonely anymore?" "Ah, if I can remember, only if I can remember," said Harvey, and off he went, skipping away. Eventually, he came to a brook on his right side, and there was a big willow tree there. And he decided to rest at the foot of the tree, but the tree was in terrible state. Oh, the leaves were all dried and brown, and some of the branches were drooping down. Some of them were drooping into the water of the brook. And when the tree noticed that Harvey was sitting at its trunk, he said, "Harvey." "What?" Where are you going today?" "I'm going to see the king of the forest. I'm going to ask him what I can do so I won't be poor and foolish anymore. I am." Would you ask him a question for me? Would you ask him why it is that Even though I stand here next to a brook, I'm not getting any water in my roots, and I'm going to die, Harvey. Could you ask the king? Could you ask the king what I should do so I won't die? Nah. Harvey stood up and he said, if I can remember, only if I can remember. And off he went. And pretty soon he came to a clearing in the forest. And there were so many animals all lined up. Lineups as long as you would see at Costco or Walmart. All sorts of animals. They had slithered, they had flown, they had walked, they had jumped, they had sauntered to the king to ask him questions of wisdom. And it was a long time before Harvey, who was at the end of the line, got to have a chance. And finally, Harvey got to the foot of the throne. And he said, your Royal Highness, sir, your Highness, I have a question. Yes, Harvey. What is it that you would like to know? Well, Your Highness, I would like to know what I could do so I won't be poor and foolish anymore. Your Royal Highness, sir. Harvey, the only thing you need to do so you won't be poor and foolish is to go down the road of life with your eyes opened and your ears opened. What? My eyes open and my ears open? I could do that. No problem, I could do that. And then he started to go, but then all of a sudden he remembered. Oh, your Royal Highness, sir, your Royal Highness, I have a few other questions for my friends. Yes, Harvey. And he asked for the tree, the lady pig, and the fox. And then finally he bid farewell to the king and off he went. And he was so happy. Oh my gosh, my ears open and my eyes open. That's all I have to do? That is so easy. And he was singing away. And finally he came by the tree and didn't even stop. The tree saw him. Harvey, did you see the king? So he stopped. Yes, I saw the king. Did you ask him my question? Yes. Oh, what did he say, Harvey? What did he say? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. He said that when you were nothing but a little sapling, somebody planted you there, and then somebody else came and dug a hole and buried a treasure. And now, as you grew and grew, your roots grew all around the chest, and now it's covering the chest, and so the water can't come to your roots. So you're going to have to get somebody to dig up the chest, and then you can get water and you could live. Otherwise, well, you're going to die. And off he went, and the tree yelled at him. Harvey, just a minute. Harvey. Yes, what? Well, you see that farmhouse over there, up yonder? Why don't you go to the farmhouse? They have a shovel, and you could dig the chest out. You could dig it up and have all the gold and the diamonds in the chest. What? You think I've got time to stand here and go get a shovel and dig out a chest under your roots? I have things to do, you know. I'm busy going down the road of life with my eyes open and my ears open. I can't do that. Goodbye. And off he went. And he walked and he walked. And by the time he got to this beautiful mansion, don't you think that Miss Piggy was still sitting there? By now, her snout was all red, purplish red. She had cried so much. Her eyes were all red, bloodshot. And Harvey never even noticed her. He just kept going, skippity-doo. But she saw him again through her tears, and she called out, "Oh, Harvey! Harvey, stop! Tell me, did you see the king of the forest?" "Yes, I did." "Did you ask him my question?" Yes, yes, yes. Well, what did he say? What did he say, Harvey? What did he say now? Oh, oh, he said that if a pig should come by today, you should marry him. Harvey! What? That's a perfect idea. Why not? You stay here and we'll get married and you can have all my riches and we'll be happy together. We'll keep each other company and you won't be poor and foolish anymore. Oh, come on. I don't have time to stop here and marry you. I have something to do. I have to go down the road of life with my eyes open and my ears open. And off he went. And he walked and he walked, and eventually, by the day's end, he was getting tired. But when he came to the big boulder on the side of the road, Mr. Fox was still up there looking down at him. And he said, Harvey, Harvey. Yes, said Harvey. Harvey, did you see the king of the forest today? Yes, I did. Did you ask him my question? Did you ask him why it is that I'm so hungry all the time? Yes. What did he say, Harvey? What did he say? Well, he said, if a poor and foolish pig should come by today, you should eat him. Poor Harvey. Foolish, foolish pig. Thank you.